evening, everybody. This is Rob Johnson with the Pregame Media Network, coming to you from Alliance High School, home of the Aviators, as we have a big-time matchup tonight. We have an old NBC matchup between the Louisville Leopards and the Alliance Aviators. I'm again Rob Johnson, and should be a lot of fun tonight, as these two foes are pretty familiar with each other over the years, as they've played a multitude of times. The Leopards coming in average 65.7 points. They are 2-1. Their only loss on the season so far was to perennial powerhouse St. Vincent St. Mary's, which I'll tell you what, they battled all the way to the bitter end on that one. For Alliance, they come in 2-2. Their losses were to a very loaded McKinley Bulldog team and Northwood. They are averaging 56.8 points a game. They are led by Ramir Hawkins, a 5'8" senior. They are also led by Jaden Proctor, a transfer from Marlington. Jaden is a 6-foot senior. And Jace Crockett, who is a deadly outside shooter from 3, he's a 6'1" senior. And of course, J.R. Jackson, a 6'1" sophomore. I'll tell you what, he played very well down the stretch for them last year, and in the playoffs as well. For the Leopards, they are led by senior, and actually the only senior on the team this year, Hayden Nigro. He averages 26 points a game. Ashton Marshall leads them 5.5 rebounds a game, and Bo Siegfried leads them with 6 assists a game. And you also have the man-child, I call him, BG, Braden Gross, number 2. He is a 6'6" junior, and he plays strong on both ends of the floor, can handle the ball. Definitely a player to watch tonight. So, and excuse me, the loss to Alliance, I was corrected, was to Northwest. They defeated Salem and Woodridge. So we got that straight, folks, as we are getting ready for the starting lineups and the pregame ceremonies. So we're going to take a step back, kind of enjoy the festivities, and then we'll be back here with you just a few minutes for tip-off. This is Rob Johnson with the Pregame Media Network.
Gentlemen, please remove your Leaders on the scoreboard, the Louisville Leopards. Head coach, Tom Siegfried. Assistant coaches, Owen Gramoy, Nick Schilling, Dave Wirtz, and Corey Perez. The Louisville starters. The 6-foot junior, number 0, Owen Siegfried. The 6'6" junior, number 2, Pregame. Junior, number 2, junior, number 13, Ashton Marshall. And the 6'5" senior, number 24, Hayden Nigro. Now for the host aviators. Head coach, Chet Harper. Assistant coaches, Corey Stevens, Dale Dixon, Rich Jackson, and Therese Scott. Your aviator starters, 5'8", senior, number 3, Ramir Hoffman. 6-foot senior, number 5, Jaden Proctor. 6'1" sophomore, number 10, J.R. Jackson. 6'1" senior, number 14, Chase Crockett. And the 6'3" senior, number 20, Sam Brooks. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, and here we go, folks. Starting for the Alliance Aviators will be number 3, Ramir Hawkins, number 5, Jaden Proctor, number 10, J.R. Jackson, number 14, Jace Crockett, and number 20, Samuel Gress. For the Leopards, number 0, Bo Siegfried, number 2, Braden Gross, number 10, Tate Aljancic, number 13, Ashton Marshall, and number 24, Hayden Nigro. As the Leopards take the tip, Siegfried with the ball, gives it off to Nigro on the right wing. He's dribbling up top to Ashton Marshall, to the left wing to Bo Siegfried, inside to Marshall. Layup is good. That's going to be 2-0 Leopards here. 7:40 first quarter. Hawkins across the center stripe. He's looking, calls out the signals. Gets it off to Proctor. Proctor to Gress. Gress being guarded tightly by BG. Hawkins to the hoop, and he's blocked and fouled by Hayden Nigro. 7:23 first quarter. Leopards lead 2-0. It's going to be a battle tonight, folks. They did not call the foul. They called the ball out of bounds, so it's going to no foul on the play, as Proctor will bring it around the right side. He's going to dribble, pulls up, kicks it out to Gress. Gress is going to dribble to Jackson. Jackson picked up by Marshall. He's going to hand off to Proctor. Cross court to Crockett. Crockett turns back to Proctor. Proctor picked up by Aljancic. Proctor's going to go to the hoop, takes it strong, no good. Rebounded by Marshall, nice play. And he's going to throw it off a Gress out of bounds, and it's going to be Leopard ball. Nice play by Marshall as he was falling out of bounds and turned and threw it off a crest. So Aljancic gets it into Marshall. He'll give it back to Aljancic, who gives it off to Siegfried. Siegfried across the timeline into Marshall. Marshall guarded tightly by Crockett, over to Siegfried for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Proctor, who's going to push. Picked up by Aljancic. As Jackson takes it to the hoop, and that's going to make it 2-2. All tied up here, first quarter, 6:18. Aviators come out in the full court. Up to Nigro. Nigro's going to push, turns, spins, shot. Good. It's going to make it 4-2 Leopards. 6:07 first quarter. As Hawkins going to bring it back the other way. Hawkins takes it to the top. He's looking over to Crockett on the left wing. He looks, dribbles. Going to bring it out, picked up by Marshall. He turns, drives, dribbles, and he's going to travel. So Leopards are going to come the other way with the ball. Looks like Aljancic's going to go get the ball and inbound it. 5:49, first quarter. Leopards lead 4-2. Aljancic gets into to Siegfried. Siegfried walking it up the backcourt. He'll be picked up by J.R. Jackson. Over to Aljancic. Aljancic into the corner to Marshall. Cross court to Nigro, who pulls for three. Bang! And just like that, Leopards lead 7-2. 5:33, first quarter. Proctor dribbling. He's picked up tightly by Siegfried. Siegfried, as they give the ball off to Hawkins. Hawkins dribbles, fakes, drives, takes it down the lane. Left-handed shot, no good. Rebounded by the Leopards. Siegfried coming the other way, over to Aljancic. They'll get it across the center stripe. Back to Siegfried. Siegfried dribbles into the corner, gives it off to BG, who takes it strong to the hole. Layup is good, and that's going to make it 9-2, and Alliance wants a timeout. Coach Chet Harper sees not going the way they talked about it in the huddle, so he wants to get them dialed back in. Leopards off rolling quickly here with 5:02 in the first quarter. It seemed to be a good recipe for success for them, as they've done that virtually in most of their games so far this year. Also, if you're watching tonight, let us know where you're watching from, where you hail from, and just let us know you're there. Like, share, and follow. We are the Stragan Media Network. So here we go. Alliance to inbound. They get it to Jackson. Jackson's going to be coming up the backcourt. He's picked up by Ashton Marshall. Jackson across the timeline. He looks. Over to Proctor. Proctor's going to take it to the hoop. Shot off. No good. Up the floor to Nigro. Nigro's going to push. Pulls up for two. Short. No good. Rebounded by Gross. And a follow is good. That's going to make it 11-2 Leopards. 4:36 left in this first quarter. Jackson going to take it down the lane. Layup is good. Nice drive by J.R. Jackson. 11-4 Leopards. Bo Siegfried over to Aljancic. Aljancic back to Siegfried. Siegfried going to dribble to the right side. He's looking. Picked up his dribble, gets it into Gross, and he has it tapped away. That's last touched by Gress, so it will stay Leopard ball. Checking into the ball game is Kayvon Davis. Nice to see him back. We did the McKinley game, and he was not in uniform due to injury. Shot off the rim, no good. As they tried to throw it off of Gross, he loses it. Out top to Kayvon Davis. He's taken to the hole. Layup is good, and here come the Aviators. 11-6. 3:53 first quarter. Siegfried dribbling up the backcourt, guarded tightly by Hawkins. Hawkins trying to shut him out. Here goes Siegfried down the lane to the hoop, and he'll be fouled. So Bo Siegfried will shoot two shots 3:42 first quarter. That's the third foul on the Aviators. Or excuse me. The board up here to my left is a little bit different. That's their first team foul. The way they had it listed, it looked like it was number 31, but it was actually 3. So Siegfried with the second one, that's good. That's gonna make it 13-6, 3:41 first quarter. Jackson gonna pull it back out. He's gonna dribble back up top and reset the offense. He's gonna be picked up by Marshall. Leopards in a man-to-man. Nigro switches with Gross, out to Jackson. Jackson's gonna dribble, kicks it out to Davis in the corner. Shot up, no good, rebounded by BG. Over to Siegfried. Siegfried's gonna dribble up the backcourt. He's looking, brings it across the center stripe. Over to Marshall, nice give and go to BG, and the layup is good. Nice strong take by Braden Gross. That is 6 points for Braden Gross and 15 for the Leopards. Hawkins is dribbling. Tried to get it to Proctor and has it tapped away. Checking into the ball game is Crockett, back for Alliance, number 14. Checking in for the Leopards will be number 11, Austin Wade. Hawkins dribbles, gives it back to Jackson. Jackson's gonna back out. Gonna give it off to Crockett. Crockett over to Hawkins. In the corner to Davis. Davis is gonna dribble up, give it up to Hawkins. Hawkins gonna drive, spins, pulls up for 2. Shot is good. It's gonna make it 15-8. Leopards lead. Niger gonna bring it up the backcourt. He's gonna be picked up by Kayvon Davis. Nigro gonna try to get it to Siegfried and had to keep it. Has it tapped away, pinballs off to Jackson. Jackson pushing, kicks it into the corner to Davis, drives, fakes, and he's gonna lose it, tapped out of bounds by the Leopards. Checking into the ball game for Alliance is number 32, Cole Pasco. He's a 6'2" sophomore. So Crockett inbounds it to Davis, taken away by Gross. He's gonna push the other way, takes it strong, and he's gonna be fouled. Kayvon Gross went up for the dunk, and Kayvon Davis said no thank you. So Braden Gross will go to the free throw line. Leopards lead 15-8, excuse me, wow. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Tate Aljancic checks in for Ashton Marshall. Student sections here for both schools are in rare form. Pasco gets it to Jackson. He's going to push up the backcourt. He's going to drive, takes it strong, taken away by Siegfried. Nice play by Bo. Up the floor to Tate Aljancic. To the hoop, layup is good. 17-8 Leopards. 1:42 left here first quarter. Jackson up across the center stripe. Looks to Coach Harper for the signal. Tried to get it to Davis. BG cut him off. So they get it over to Hawkins, to Crockett, back to Jackson. Jackson dribbles. He'll be picked up by Nigro. To Crockett. Crockett at the top of the circle. He'll pull for 3. Short, no good. And we've got a scramble for the ball. And it looks like it's going to stay Alliance ball, and it does. So the Aviators will inbound on the baseline. As here comes Ashton Marshall. Hayden Nigro will sit down. Crockett looks, tosses it long to Hawkins. Hawkins dribbles right, guarded by Marshall. Gets it over to Jackson on the right wing. He's going to dribble, picked up by BG. He dribbles. He's going to try to take, kicks it back out to Crockett. Crockett will take it strong, no good. Rebounded by Gross. Gross is coming the other way. He's got Hawkins trailing him. He gives it off to Aljancic, back to Gross. Up top to Siegfried on the left wing. He'll back it back out, guarded by Davis. Davis picked off by Gross, into the corner for Aljancic. 3-ball, no good. And they're gonna say Davis was on the line, out of bounds, Leopard ball. So Nigro checks back in, Wade will sit down. He will inbound the ball. 32.5 seconds left, 17-8 Leopards. Marshall, they're gonna call an off the ball foul on the Leopards. So the ball will go over to the Aviators. As checking in for the Leopards for Braden Gross will be number 30, Avery Andrachik. So Hawkins walking up the backcourt with 26 seconds left here, first quarter. Looks like they're going to be working for the last shot here. He's dribbling, takes, kicks it into the corner for Crockett for 3, bang! Just like that, we've got a ball game, 17-11. As Siegfried throws it up, oh, almost went in as the time expires, and that's how our first quarter will end. Leopards lead 17-11 over the Alliance Aviators. We'll be back after this. This is the Straga Media Network.
Did you know that when you invest in your smile, you're investing back into your Stark County community? Welcome to Thomas Dental. My name's Tanya. I'm Dr. Mike's practice manager. Every day, we're investing back into our community. Here are just a few of our community efforts. Here at Thomas Dental, our mission is bringing smiles back to our community, one smile at a time.
And we're back here, folks, at Alliance. Louisville leads 17-11 over Alliance, but Alliance making a late run there at the end of the first quarter to get back in this, to get within 6. So the Leopards will inbound. Tate Aljancic giving it to Bo Siegfried. He crosses the center stripe. Gets it over to Marshall. Marshall dribbles. Kicks it, and it's picked off by Davis. Davis, easy layup as Nigro fell down. So it's going to be 17-13. Here comes Alliance. 7:38 here in the first half. Siegfried dribbling. He's going to back it over to Nigro on the right wing. Nigro going to dump it off to Gross. Takes it strong, no good. Rebounded by Aljancic. Kicks it out to Siegfried. Siegfried to Aljancic, strong take to the hole, layup is good. 19-13, 7:16 left here, second quarter. Hawkins gonna dribble, drives, almost traveled, kicks it to Jackson. Jackson gonna back it back out. He's picked up by Nigro. Hawkins over to Crockett, to Davis on the left wing. Davis up top to Crockett, to Hawkins or Jackson on the right wing. He's going to dribble, drives, picked up his dribble, kicks it out top to Davis off the front of the rim, and tapped away by Siegfried. He's able to get his own rebound, pushing it up the floor here. He got the rebound, tipped it to himself, and here we go. So Siegfried dribbling up top, looking for a friend here, has it picked, and here goes Crockett the other way. He'll lose the ball. Off to Hawkins. Hawkins, shot no good. Rebounded by Aljancic. Up the floor to Marshall. Marshall gonna kick it off to Gross, who dunks it home. 21-13, 6:09, Louisville. Davis dribbles, gives it off to Hawkins. He'll look to Coach Harper for instructions. He's gonna dribble, gives it off to Jackson on the left wing. He's gonna dribble, guarded by Marshall. Looking for an opening, and he's got it. Takes it strong to the hoop, no good. Rebounded by Gross. Gross up the floor to Nigro. Nigro's gonna push, gives it off to Aljancic, rolls in. Layup's good. 25-13 Leopards, and Coach Harper wants a timeout again with 5:35 left in this first half. Tell you what, it's been a fast-paced first half so far. Been a lot of fun so far. If you're out there watching us, give us a hey, how you doing? So on and so forth. We'd love to hear from you. So here come the Aviators. Looking to get back on track here. They started to do a lot of good things there at the end of the first quarter. Hopefully they'll get back to that. They get back on track. Coach Harper trying to straighten their ways. And Leopards come out in a full court press. Proctor gonna dribble. He's double teamed. Gets it up to Crockett. Crockett dribbles. Kicks it off to Pasco. Pasco out to Davis. Davis guarded by BG. Davis kicks it out to Proctor on the left wing. He's going to dribble, drives, loses it. Aljancic coming the other way. He's going to push. Off to Siegfried. Siegfried thought about it for a second. He'll give it off to Nigro. Nigro back to Siegfried as they spread the floor. Siegfried has it tapped away by Proctor, and it'll stay Leopard ball. 4:59, second quarter. Leopards lead 23-13. It's been a good battle so far. Siegfried into Nigro, back to Siegfried. He'll dribble, kicks it into Gross. Gross strong to the hoop, misses, no good, and we'll have the ball go out of bounds off of BG, and the ball's going to go to the Aviators. So Crockett will inbound. He'll get it to Jackson. Jackson walking it up the backcourt. He's going to be picked up by Marshall. Hawkins looking for an opening. He's got one, takes it, pulls up, kicks it back out to Pasco, over to Davis. He'll pull for a long three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Siegfried. Siegfried gonna bring it up the backcourt. Nice rebound by Siegfried. He's gonna kick it over to Nigro, who pulls for three. Front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Marshall to Aljancic. Turns, shoots, good. 25-13 Leopards. 4:07, second quarter. Davis gives it off to Crockett. Crockett dribbling. He's looking. He's going to kick it to Davis. Back out to Crockett. Crockett dribbling. Dribbles. Spins. Has it tapped away by Siegfried. Up the floor to BG. BG's going to push to Marshall. Layup. No good. Rebounded by Gross. He'll take it strong and one. So that's going to make it 27-13 Louisville. And Braden Gross will go back to the free throw line. That's 10 points for BG as Pasco was called for the foul. That's his first. That's the first for Alliance this quarter. So with 3:37, Gross will dribble. Sets, shoots. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Alliance. Proctor going to bring it up the backcourt. He's pushing the action. He's going to give it off to Crockett. Crockett over to Jackson. Jackson gives it back to Hawkins. Hawkins dribbling. He dribbles up top, gives it to Jackson on the left wing. He's going to fake. Kicks it back out to Proctor. Proctor hands off to Jackson. He's going to hand off to Crockett. Crockett going to take. Kicks to Hawkins. Hawkins backing it out. Resets. Dribbles to Jackson. Jackson going to take strong to the hoop. And they're going to get him. They're going to get a foul here. And they called that foul on number 10, Tate Aljancic. Checking into the ball game for the Leopards is number 11, Austin Wade. And Braden Gross will sit down. Crockett into Hawkins, and he'll be fouled by Wade. Checking in for Alliance, the Aviators, will be Kayvon Davis, and Crockett will sit down. So Proctor looks to inbound, gets it into Hawkins. Hawkins started to go, but lost it. Gets it back, brings it back out top to Jackson. He'll give off to Hawkins, across court to Davis, into the corner to Proctor. Proctor dribbles. Kicks it off to Davis. Davis gonna dribble, tapped away by Siegfried. Picked up by Jackson. Jackson pulls for three. Back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Wade. So Wade will kick it up the floor to Siegfried. Siegfried pushing. He's gonna dribble, spins, kicks it off to Marshall. Marshall to Nigro. Nigro off to Siegfried, who's gonna pull for three. Bang! 30-13 Leopards. 2:04 second quarter. As Jackson brings it across the center stripe. Gets it to Davis in the corner. Davis back up top to Proctor. He's going to drive down the lane, takes it strong, and they're going to get Caden Nigro with a foul. So Proctor will go to the free throw line. That is the first foul of the ball game on Hayden Nigro. Set to check in for the Leopards will be number 2, Braden Gross. Shot up, swish, and good. Gross will check in for Ashton Marshall with 1:49 left here in the first half. Leopards running pretty good tonight, 31-13. Second shot is good, gonna make it 31-14. Checking into the stream tonight is Guy Gadone, says Leps look great tonight. So far so good. Siegfried up the floor to BG, gonna kick it to the corner from Wade. Long, no good, rebounded by Nigro. He's gonna have it stripped away by Davis. Davis coming up the floor, and they're going to get Tate Aljancic for a foul. So that will be 4 fouls for the quarter for the Leopards, and the second one on Tate Aljancic. Inbound to Hawkins. He'll be picked up tightly by Siegfried. Hawkins across the timeline. Gives it off to Proctor. Proctor to Gress. Gress picked up by Wade. Gress gonna dribble over to Proctor in the corner. He'll bring it back out. Proctor takes down the lane, dumps it off to Gress in the corner. Gress gonna throw it off of Marshall, and it'll still be Aviator ball. .4 seconds left. Leopards lead 30-15. Hawkins looking to inbound on the baseline. Out top to Davis. Davis going to pull for three. Back to the rim, rebounded by Gross. Gross is going to dribble, hands it to Siegfried. Siegfried jogging up the backcourt. He'll pass to Nigro, but they're going to call Proctor for a foul. So the ball's going to stay with the Leopards. Checking into the ball game for Austin Wade will be number 10, Tate Aljancic. Siegfried gets it into Gross, over to Wade. Wade's going to get it into the corner to Aljancic for three, rims off, no good. Gress up the floor to Davis. Davis going to take steps, shot, no good. Rebounded Aljancic. He's going to outlet pass to Gross. Gross cross court to Nigro, layup, and he's blocked. Hawkins coming the other way to Proctor. Proctor going to take to the hoop, shot, no good. Rebounded by Gross. Here we go the other way. Up the floor to Marshall. Marshall taking it strong. Layup's no good, follows good, and it's going to be 32-15. 5.1 seconds. Here comes Jackson running the other way. Shot up for three. Back of the rim, no good. And that's the end of the first half. What a run there at the end, man. That was a sprint as both teams ready to run. But so far in the first half, the Leopards have the advantage, 32-15. Some strong play so far inside by Braden Gross. And the Leopards are sharing the ball very well tonight. So, well, we're going to hang here for a second as it looks like the Louisville cheerleaders are going to do a routine here. We're behind them, unfortunately, so we apologize to you folks. That was the Leopard cheerleaders. So we're going to take a quick break. This is the Stragan Media Network. We'll be back.
Did you know that when you invest in your smile, you're investing back into your Stark County community? Welcome to Thomas Dental. My name's Tanya. I'm Dr. Mike's practice manager. Every day, we're investing back into our community. Here are just a few of our community efforts. Here at Thomas Dental, our mission is bringing smiles back to our community, one smile at a time.
Techniques with Tori, located at 133 East Main Street, Louisville, Ohio. Call today, 330-573-4580.
Beatty Sports has all of your athletic needs. specializing in corporate, school, and team apparel. In-house custom embroidery and silk screening makes the Beatty sports tradition of quality and service unbeatable. Go Leopards!
It was the 1947-48 school year, and according to information in the LHS yearbook, the Mere yearbook staff struggled to find descriptions for the Blue Raider symbol, which is what represented Louisville High School. They brainstormed multiple options, looked at various symbols and descriptive words, and created a display of different options for students to examine. It was time to vote on the future mascot. Student voting took place during a 7th period class at Louisville High School, and by a vote of 317 to 177, the leopard was selected. More feared and more intelligent than the lion or tiger. Vicious, graceful, leaps, hard bite, and full of fight. Here we are, 75 years later, a special anniversary year for our district. And in 1948, students at LHS that decided the future of this district would have a leopard mascot, and the community has embraced it.
And this is when the moments turn to memories. And this is when the future gets so clear to see. And this is when tonight becomes a masterpiece. And this is when the moments turn to memories.
And we're back here at Alliance, as it's been a pretty good run in the first half, although it's been mostly Louisville. Leopards started out with a nice run early. Alliance got it back within 4, and then Leopards late second quarter kind of took off, and that's where we stand right now at 32-15. Leopards are led currently by Braden Gross with 12 points. Bo Siegfried has 5. Kadal Jancic with 8. And Hayden Nigro actually having a relatively quiet night in his regard with 5 as he comes into the ball game averaging 26. For the Aviators, J.R. Jackson with 4, Crockett with 3, Hawkins with 2, and Jaden Proctor with 2. Little bit off here and there with the Aviators shooting here first half, but they'll get it back under wraps Crockett struggled a little bit from the field as he's normally very strong from the three-point line. But they'll need to get that back on track in order to get things rolling here in the second half. So we're about a minute 43 away from the start of the second half. Looks like you're going to have Hawkins, Proctor, Jackson, Crockett, and Gress to start the second half for Alliance. For Louisville, it looks like Siegfried, Aljancic, Marshall, Gross, and Nigro for the Leopards. Again, we're about a minute and 6 away from the start of the second half. Leopards lead 32-15, but I expect the Aviators to get back into this ball game. Old EBC matchup. These two teams have played many, many times, and they've always been good battles. We are here at the Harry Fales Gymnasium. Tell you what, it's a great facility to watch basketball. If you've never been here, you should take in a game over here. Double-decker house, very close to the floor seating. Nice place to watch a game. We had the opportunity to do some games here the last couple of years, plus the playoffs. We did the playoffs this first round, the districts here, so it can get very loud here as well. So time winding down on the half as we are set to go here. So here we go, start of the third. Proctor gonna inbound, gets it to Crockett, back to Proctor. Proctor gonna give it off to Hawkins. He'll set it up. Gives it off to Gress, stolen by BG. He's gonna take it, spins to the hoop, shot up, rolls around, no good, rebounded by Gress. Ball's coming the other way. Proctor gonna push, nobody in the lane. He's gonna take it strong to the hoop, layup, rolls out. Gross up the floor to Siegfried, to Nigro. Nigro can't control it, gets it back. Strong to the hoop, layup is good. 34-15, Leopards. 7:22, Jackson gonna fake. No good. Gross gonna get it, pushes up the floor to Nigro. Leopards wanna roll. Cross court to Siegfried for three, off the rim, no good. Back up top to Nigro. He's gonna shake and bake, shoots, no good. As they're gonna get a foul. They're gonna say it's on Zach Crockett. It is his first foul and Alliance's first foul of the quarter. So Nigro will go to the free throw line. Shot up, rims off, no good. Hayden has 7 on the ball game so far. Second shot, front of the rim, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds and last touched by the Aviators. So Leopards will retain possession. Siegfried will inbound on the baseline. He's going to look, gets it off to Aljancic, out to Gross. Gross is going to dribble, loses it, gets it back to Marshall. Marshall, cross court to Siegfried. Siegfried. And we're going to get a foul inside. It's going to be on the Leopards. They must have said Marshall stepped on the line because They did not call a foul on anybody. So here comes Alliance. Proctor to Jackson to Crockett. Crockett at the top of the circle, going to take Strong to the hoop. Layup is good and one. So 34-17 with 6:30 left in this third quarter. Foul is going to be on Tate Aljancic, number 10. That's his third foul of the ball game. So Crockett will go to the free throw line. Checking into the ball game for Aljancic will be number 11, Austin Wade. Crockett's shot, back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Proctor. He'll take it strong, no good. Rebounded by Nigro. Nigro up the floor to Siegfried. He's going to push up to Wade. Wade thought about it, kicks it back out to Siegfried. Inside to Gross, Strong to the hoop, good. It's going to make it 36-17. 6:14 third quarter. Leopards. Hawkins is going to drive, taken away by Siegfried, picked up by Marshall. Back to Siegfried. Siegfried coming across the center stripe. Gets it off to Marshall. Marshall picked up by Jackson. Inside to Gross. Nice pass. Layup is good. It's going to make it 38-17 with 5:50. And Coach Harper's seen enough. He's going to take a timeout with 5:49 here, third quarter. They've got to figure out an answer real quick for Braden Gross. He's got 16 on the ball game. I look to see quite a bit of double team on him here. Also, if you're watching, feel free to check us out. Like, share, follow. As Hawkins dribbling up the backcourt, across the timeline. He's looking. He'll dribble. Gets it to Crockett. Shot for three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Gress. Kicks it up. Stolen by Gross. Gross is going to push off the Nigro. Nigro taken to the hoop. And he'll be fouled. 5:28, third quarter. As Hayden Nigro will go to the free throw line. So Wade's going to get the rebound. And we're going to get a whistle. So the Leopards will inbound, gets it to Gross. Gross is going to turn, drive baseline, and slams it home. 40-17. And we've got a whistle, and I believe they're going to warn Braden Gross for talking a little stuff here. Trying to get it in control before it gets started. Good job by the official. So Hawkins coming up the backcourt, across the timeline. He's going to dribble, drives, takes it to the hoop. Shot short, no good. Rebounded by Gross. Up the floor to Nigro. Nigro going to take it strong to the hoop, and he's going to be fouled. They're going to get Kayvon Davis. Tough foul by Davis. He just got into a bad place as Nigro went up and kind of tripped over himself, so not much they could do about it. Both shook hands and kind of patted each other on the back and just went back to play. So Nigro with the first shot is good. With 5:05, third quarter. Second shot, rolls in, good. Leopards lead 42-17, 5:04, third quarter. Jackson dribbling in the front court here. He's looking, gets it off to Hawkins. Hawkins to Gress. Gress guarded tightly by Wade. And we're gonna get a foul on Austin Wade. So the Aviators will inbound. Crockett to do the honors. He'll get it into Hawkins. 4:45, third quarter. Hawkins back to Kayvon Davis to Jackson. Jackson on the left wing. He's going to pull for three. Short. No good. Rebounded Siegfried. Siegfried going to push the other way. Dribbles. Looking, guarded by Hawkins. He's going to get it inside to Gross. Gross, double team. And I believe they're going to get a foul on, I think it's going to be on Gress. I'm not sure. They haven't called it yet. Actually, they called it on J.R. Jackson. That is his first foul of the ball game. So the first shot is up. No good. Still 42-17. Second shot is good. And that's going to make it 43. 19 points for Braden Gross. So Jackson coming the other way. He's pushing. He's going to take. Strong move. Nice take by J.R. Jackson. With 4:10 here, he'll go to the free throw line. So the first one is good, making it 43-18. Second one, swish and good. J.R. Jackson makes both free throws. 43-19, Leopards steal by Marshall. Strong to the hoop, layup is good. 45-19 with 3:56 left in the third quarter. Jackson dribbles to the right side. Gives it off to Proctor. Proctor dribbles, dumps it to Crockett. Crockett gonna take it down the lane. Strong to the hoop. Layup is good and one. Nice take by Crockett as Jace Crockett will go to the free throw line to complete the three-point play. That foul was on number 24, Hayden Nigro. That's his second foul. That'll be the fourth team foul on the Leopards. Shot, no good. Rebounded by Nigro. So Nigro is going to bring it up the backcourt. Gets it over to Gross. Gross going to be double teamed. Over to hit Siegfried for three. Bang. That's going to be a three ball. 48-21, Leopards. Alliance going to take to the hoop. Jackson trying to get there. Turns, tries to get it to Pasco. Going to go out of bounds and not able to save it. 48-21. 3:15 left in the third quarter. Into the corner to Marshall. Marshall dribbles, kicks it back out to Gross. Gross to Siegfried. Siegfried's going to look. He dribbles back up top. Spins, kicks it, and we're going to get a travel on Hayden Nigro. Nice defense by the Aviators there, as they were able to bottle up Nigro and keep him under control. We've got an update from over at Marlington. Northwest leads the Dukes 43-41 in the third quarter. Crockett's going to get it out to Kayvon Davis, who's going to pull for a deep three. Bang! 48-24, Louisville. Nice shot by Davis. He took that from way downtown. Siegfried into Gross. Gross over to Wade for three. Shot good. That's going to make it 51-24 Leopards. 2:07 left in this third quarter. Crockett gonna dribble, backs it back out over to Davis. He pulls for three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Jackson takes it strong, reverse layup. Nice move by J.R. Jackson. That's gonna be 51-26, 147. Nigro gets it to Marshall, almost threw it away. Siegfried dribbles, takes, strong, to the hoop, layup, good. Nice take by Bo Siegfried. Push up the floor to Crockett. Crockett steps, shot blocked, but he was able to strong it to the hoop. Still missed, but here come the Leopards. Siegfried dribbles. He's looking. Kicks it into the corner to Wade. He thought about it, kicks it back out to Siegfried. Siegfried to Marshall. Marshall to the right side to Nigro. Cross court to Wade. He'll pull for three. Shot up, rims out, no good. Rebounded by Gross. Turns, layup, good. It's going to make it 55-26 with 57.4 seconds. Here comes Proctor. Proctor dribbles. He turns. Drives, takes it baseline, strong to the hoop. Nice take, just couldn't get it to fall. Here comes Siegfried, coming the other way. Takes, strong, hoop, layup. Nice move by Bo. That's going to make it 57-26 with 39.8 seconds, and Bo Siegfried will go to the free throw line. So Siegfried will dribble. Shot up is good. So that's going to make it 58-26 with 39.8 seconds as Bo Siegfried will sit down. And Avery Andrachik checks in. Here comes Marshall up the floor to Gross. Gross is going to push. Tapped away by Davis. Back up top to Wade, to Nigro, who's going to pull for three. Bang. It's going to make it 61-26 Leopards. Jackson tries to get it over to Kavion Hawkins. And so the ball's going to go back over to the Aviators. They'll inbound. 4 seconds. Into Jackson for three. No good. And that's how we're going to end the third quarter. 61-26. This is the Straga Media Network.
Did you know that when you invest in your smile, you're investing back into your Stark County community? Welcome to Thomas Dental. My name's Tanya. I'm Dr. Mike's practice manager. Every day, we're investing back into our community. Here are just a few of our community efforts. Here at Thomas Dental, our mission is bringing smiles back to our community, one smile at a time.
So here we go. Back at Alliance. Siegfried's dribbling to Nigro. Back up top to Siegfried. To Aljancic. Cross court to Nigro. He's going to step into it for three. Bang. Leopards rolling tonight. 64-26. 7:34 here, fourth quarter. Hawkins going to dribble. Takes down the lane. Takes it strong. No good. Rebounded by the Leopards. Marshall gets it up the floor to Aljancic, to Siegfried, dumps it to Gross, who can't connect on the hoop. Over to Nigro, strong, three, no good. Rebounded coming the other way by Kayvon Davis. Davis gonna give it off to Hawkins, and the bucket's good. 64-28, Leopards. Siegfried to Aljancic on the right wing, back up top to Siegfried. Siegfried dribbles left. He's going to kick it over to Nigro. Nigro back up top to Siegfried, to Marshall for three. Off, no good. Rebounded by Gross, strong to the hoop, no good. Rebounded by Siegfried. He's going to kick it out to Marshall. Marshall takes it strong, no good. Rebounded by Siegfried, stolen by Kayvon Davis. Davis up the floor to Hawkins. Hawkins looks, dribbles, kicks it in the corner to Hawkins. Shot no good, rebounded by Siegfried. He has it stolen. J.R. Jackson the other way. He's going to come strong, and he's going to be fouled. Correction, they're going to call a charge. So with 6:12 and counting, and we've got a technical foul on Jackson. And Jackson, I don't know if what's going on here? I don't know if he got tossed or what. So we'll have a technical foul here. I believe they called that on J.R. Jackson. So Nigro to shoot. Shot is good. 65-28 with a rolling clock here, 5:27. So 66-28 as we've got a fresh bunch of Leopards. We've got Avery Andrachik, number 30, Wade, number 11, Bolden, number 22, Stouffer, number 5, and number 20, Cohen Rogers. So Stouffer will get it in the backcourt. He'll be picked up by Hawkins. Gets it over to Rogers. He loses it, picks it back up to Wade for three. Bang. Leopards just can't miss. 69-28, 4:37 left here in the ball game. And Proctor loses it, and it goes out of bounds. Leopard ball. As we have a new arrival to the ball game here for the Aviators, Hawkins is going to sit down, and number 24, Henry Scheibel. So Rogers dribbles, gets it off to Andrachik. Andrachik dribbles back up top, over to Rogers. Rogers going to take it to the hoop. Nope, kicks it off to Bolden. Short, rebounded Scheibel. Scheibel's going to give it off to Hawkins. Hawkins dribbles, drives, takes, strong to the hoop, layup, good. Nice take by Kayvon Hawkins. 69-30, Leopards lead, 3:45 left in this ball game. Stouffer dribbling. He's going to give it off to Rogers. Inside to Stouffer. Back up top to Wade, to the corner to Bolden for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Andrachik. Gets it off to Wade. Almost loses it. Turns, spins, dumps it over to Stouffer on the left side. Stouffer picked up by Hawkins. He'll turn, spins. Pasco stolen by Hawkins. Wade, nice play, dives on the floor and taps it back over to Stouffer. Bolden up top to Stouffer. He's going to fake, dribble. Guarded by Pasco. Loses it, gives it up to Andrachik for two. Shot no good, rebounded Kavion Davis. Davis pushes the other way. He's going to dribble, spins. Nice take by Kavion Davis. 69-32, 2:47. Andrachik's going to pull for three. Rims out, no good. And we're going to have, I believe, over in the back by Wade. So checking into the ball game for the Aviators is number 12, Kavion Thomas. For the Leopards, number 3, Luke Bolden. And number 25, and I don't have a 25. I believe that's Leghart. I believe that's Brock Leghart. He's a sophomore, a 6'1" forward. They've got him listed as number 30. But I believe that's the same number that Andrachik's wearing. So Bolden to Rogers, into Leghart. He's going to lose it, gets it back, turns, shoots. No good, rebounded by the Aviators. So here come the Aviators. Hawkins pushes up the floor. Gets it up to number 35, Ravion Hawkins. Shot up, no good. Rebounded Stouffer to Luke Bolden. Bolden taking it to the hoop, layup, strong, no good. It's good. 71-32. Hawkins dribbles, takes. He's going to be bottled up, gives it off. Pulls for two, shot no good. Rebounded by Bolden. Back to Bolden. Bolden and Bolden. Rogers to Stouffer. He's going to shoot for three. Bang. That's going to be 74-32 with 34 seconds left. You have to forgive me a little bit. All these new numbers, we don't see a whole lot trying to keep up with that, the clock, and the game. So here comes Leghart. He's going to have it knocked away. It's going to stay Leopard ball. 18 seconds left here as the clock's running, and that may do it here. Stouffer's going to inbound with 9 seconds left. Gets it to Leghart. Stouffer's going to dribble it out, and that's going to be our ball game. So here, that was a heck of a ball game for Louisville. Louisville just kind of came out of the box and just took off and exploded. They couldn't seem to find a way to contain Braden Gross, who I know last we saw, I think he had 20 points in the ball game. Yeah, we're pretty sure he had 20 in the ball game, so it was quite a effort by BG and the rest of his teammates. Hayden Nigro played very well, but the whole team did. It seemed like the Leopards could not miss tonight, and the minute the ball came down, it seemed like the Leopards were taking off the other way. So tough night tonight for Alliance. They just couldn't find a shot tonight, and it just kind of one of those nights. But they'll get it back together. Chet Harper, the new hometown coach. Harper is their all-time leading scorer for Alliance, and he's trying to rebuild this program, and he'll do it. He's a good coach, and he's done a lot of great things already. So I want to thank everybody for coming on with us. I want to thank Jared Heller with Leopard Nation for all he does for the program. I want to thank John Taggart for what he does for Straga Media Network. It's been a great time tonight. We had a great run, and we had a lot of fun. So we're going to sign off tonight as the Leopards are victorious 74-32. We'll have Lady Leopard basketball Thursday and boys basketball, again, the program, Friday night at Louisville. Both games are at Louisville. Tomorrow night, the boys wrestling team debuts over at Canfield. We will not be able to do that game or that matchup just due to contract obligations there. So we'll try to keep you updated on that on Leopard Lair and Straggett. So just an update, all tied up 55-55 in the fourth over at Marlington between Marlington Dukes and